Before you click away, I'm about to show you every hidden button inside Copilot. If you've ever thought, what does any of this do? This video is going to change everything. I'm already in Copilot, and if you open it up, this is what you're going to see. Now, I use a very wide monitor, so when you open it up, these sides are going to probably be closer into the center. I don't think there's anything wrong with your computer. It's just because of the width of my computer, you're seeing it a little differently. I'm going to start on the left. This is the Copilot logo in black and white. It's basically there just to remind you where you are, but also you can use this as an alternative to the home button. If you are in something and you want to come back to the main chat, which is this screen, you can always hit the Copilot one, or you can hit this little house icon. In between those is a icon with an arrow to the right. If you click on that, it will open the left-hand panel where your previous chats are stored, and also where your pages are stored. I think most of the chatbots now have something like this. It's a place where you can work on a project and come back to it and have everything that you were working on before in the same spot. They're very easy to create. You can click on this down button, and new page is right here. If you click on new page, it's going to take you to big chat area. It's where you can keep your files. If you want to chat to the Copilot, you're going to go over here and where it says ask anything, and that's your conversation will happen on this right-hand panel is where your documents will be. Now, interestingly, with this program, depending on where you are, this down button can do other things. And I know that's very vague, but it really depends on what you're doing. So if you are lost and you're looking for something in Copilot while you're working, it's not a bad idea to go up and see if you find it under this down menu button. Let's go to the center. I want to point out that if you're brand new to Copilot, this center is going to be empty because these are previous chats I've had. I'll explain that in a little bit. First of all, let's just get this out of the way because I get asked this a lot. This will change virtually every time you come in. My name is Tara, which is why it says Good Morning Tara. If you sign in, it will have your name, and you can completely ignore it. You do not have to answer those questions, which I think is adorable that people ask me that. So right here is where you're going to type anything that you want to ask it. It's important to know that chatbots are trained on millions and millions and possibly billions of text documents, and they understand slang, they understand poor English, they understand misspellings. When I am in a hurry, I often mistype things. I won't even fix it, and the chatbots will understand it. So don't worry about having a perfect question for it. Don't worry about rambling. Just throw your thoughts at it. It will come back to you with information, but it will ask you questions. And the more conversation you have with it, the better the program will be because it will understand the way you think better. And for some people, that's a little scary. It's just a program that is trained on language. So when I say it will get to know you, what I mean is it will get to know the way you speak, the way your thought processes work. And it will boil that down to it will boil that down to a string of numbers that it will then translate into this is what this person speaks like, and this is how they work out logic. And that allows them to respond to you better. So don't be frightened to use them. They're terrific programs and they can be great helpers. Now, what's really cool about all of these chatbots now is that they respond to you in more than one way. Let me show you. If you click down on this button that says Smart, it's going to give you various choices. The very first one is Think Deeper, and you're going to use it for things that you really need it to work out for you, as opposed to something it just needs to research and come back to you with previously created data. So the next one is Smart, and that's what you are automatically when you come in. It's going to be at this level, which is the GPT 5.1 at the moment. That number is going to go up in time as they improve the model. The Study and Learn is for if there's something that you need to learn. let's say you need to understand how the structure of the United States government works, for example. You can use this level and it's going to give you something that's more in depth for you to understand it better. Deep research is where you want it to come back to you with a report and its references. Now, it's important, even though this says deep research, you still want to verify those sources so that you're not embarrassed. If you watch my videos, you may have seen one where a lawyer used a chat bot to do some legal research for it, and it made up cases, and the courts were not amused by that, and the lawyer got into a lot of trouble. So it's important that you check your references, especially if it's something that you're going to turn in school or if you're relying on in business. Just today, I had asked one of the chat bots to help me create a description of one of my books. This was a fiction book. I had uploaded the manuscript and asked it to create a description of the book for me. And when it came back, it had made up new things in the story that did not exist, which was kind of hilarious, but I was really glad I read it over before I just copied and pasted it, because it had decided that my story needed a whole new character. So it's important that you make sure that it's being accurate. I like to do that by saying, make sure that these are verifiable resources, nothing but clean references. At the very end, when you're done, I suggest that you ask it again. Is everything that you've given me legitimate? Is there anything that you've made up? It all needs to be verifiable resources. So if there's anything you've made up, please tell me so we can remove it. And they're going to answer you truthfully. They're not going to hide it from you. This final one is search. It's different than a traditional search engine, but it does search the web. It's going to give you a more tailored response, not just a whole bunch of links. These guys that I'm making light up like a little disco ball are just suggestions. They're really just trying to spur you on to use it for more things. And these will change virtually every time you come in. Hey everybody, sorry I'm interrupting my own video, but I wanted to tell you that if this is helpful, I've created a set of free step-by-step guides to make things easier for you when you're actually using AI. I'm on my website and it's prompt crafting, which is telling you how to create your own prompts so you don't have to rely on free prompts, although I am going to give you 100 free prompts for everyday use, and they're things that you're actually going to use. And this is 50 AI tools that I actually use. The address is teraleeart.com/AI-guides with an S at the end. I'm going to put that up here on the screen. My name is spelled T-E-R-A. You do not have to sign up for my newsletter to get this. You can just go to the website, click on it, and you can download the PDFs. While you're here, you can look at my AI books and PDFs if you want. I'm also going to add some links on the page to my blog articles about AI, of which there are quite a few. And if you feel like it, you can come down to the bottom of the page right here and sign up for my AI newsletter. That goes out about once a week, and it will tell you when my new articles come up on the website, when I publish a new book, and when I put things up on YouTube that are AI related. This newsletter is just about AI. And the next thing is the plus sign. And in some of these chatbots, if you hit the plus sign, you're going to get things like create an image and things that you saw in mode. And this is just to start a new chat or conversation, to upload a file. So if you needed it to summarize a document or use a document as part of the resources that it was using for an answer, or upload a picture and tell you more about it, that sort of thing. Finally is to take a screenshot. That's so that if you need to have an image that represents what the information it's giving you. Next one is these glasses, and this is a cool option with Copilot. I think it's because it's Microsoft based that you can do this. Click and then you can open any other program and it will help you with the program. So let me give you an example. You could open Photoshop and ask it how to do a specific task, change the color of an image, for example, and it would walk you through how to do that. And the minute you close it out, it cannot see anything else on your computer. It can't go in and search things. It can't do anything else in your computer. It can only see the screen you're showing it. It is basically just a visual sharing of the screen with Copilot. Over here, and I don't know why it's not showing at the moment, but over here on the right, you would see some boxes that allow you to share the chat with other people. I think that's mostly used in business or nonprofits, but it's a good option if homework you needed to share with someone. I missed this button. This is the microphone button, and chat is a little bit different in that it can talk to you. Usually when you have the microphone button, what you're doing is basically talk to text out, and then you'll hit the enter button or a little up arrow and it will send it to the chat, and then it will respond to you. In this case, you can actually talk to chat. So I'm going to hit that.
Hey there, Tara.
Hey, Copilot, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. What's on your mind tonight?
That's how you can chat with it. It's a little faster if you don't want to type something out. A lot of people use it as a sort of therapy source, and I don't recommend that, but it is a little different than other chat bots. Now, these three little boxes, this is a fairly new feature. This is the things I have uploaded or it's given me. Over here is chats that I had just recently. You can see friendly greeting exchange. And that was the conversation I just had with the Copilot. And over here are apps that I can use. Hilariously, it's showing me ChatGPT and Claude, but you can go into anything, whether it's your files, whether it's a Microsoft program, anything on your computer, it can help you with now. If it's something that interests you, I think it's great to give it a try and see how it might benefit you in what you need to do. The main thing with these programs is you want to make them so that they will benefit your life. And there are a lot of things that you're never going to use. And I mentioned create an image just a moment ago. Some of the programs click the plus button and create an image comes up. You don't have to do that with Copilot. You can just tell it you want to create an image and it's going to go into that software for you. You don't have to specify for it to use that for you. So I think that's a good overview of how Copilot can help you and the things that it does. If you have questions, please leave them in the comments. Like and subscribe. I really appreciate you guys. Have a good day, and please let me know what else I can do for you. If you have a moment, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and either follow or subscribe. It really helps my channel out and it helps me out. Thanks so much.